Hey guys, my name is Javier, you're watching Off-Road-Icon, and today we got something a little different for you. It's going to be an install video. I finally got my bed rack in. I ordered it 2 months ago from Victory 4x4, and I'm so excited it's finally here. I was really hoping that while I was actually off of work, well, working from home because of the whole COVID thing, it would get here earlier. Unfortunately, due to the whole COVID thing, it took quite a bit longer than I thought. Ironically, the day I flew out to go back to work to San Jose, it shows up to my house. So I had to wait a whole extra week. But it is what it is, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get it installed. So this will be a quick install video. I'm gonna go ahead and tear it all down, open up the boxes, and show you what we got. And hopefully you like it. Right now, if you could do me a favor, smash the like button if you're gonna be excited about this video. I'm trying to get back in the flow now that things are starting to open up. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. We're trying to put out videos every week. I know I've missed 2 weeks so far in the year, but I think I'm gonna get back to it. Luckily, again, things are opening up and I got some trips planned, so that should work out. And if you have any questions about this video or any video, please comment down below. I do try to get back to them. I've answered every single comment I've gotten because I don't get very many. And I like the interaction. You know, anything that I get, you know, I'm getting it not just for myself, but also to show people what they can expect. So if it's a little windy, excuse the wind. There's finally a breeze, which is why I decided to put this in. Hopefully I'm not too dark. I filmed this on a GoPro, so we'll see how it comes out. All right, guys, let's get to it. All right, guys, so here's what we got. 2 boxes, one large box, one smaller box. The bottom box is pretty heavy, guys. So let me get them undone and we'll see what it comes out with. I think we're gonna set it up right there, but we gotta take care of that. So looks like the GoPro fell. Let's see. I'm gonna try one of those fancy YouTube tricks. There work. That didn't work. Alright guys, so there it is. Victory 4x4's bed rack. Should be universal. We'll see if that's true. I'm gonna set you up. I'm gonna put a camera up top of my truck, put you guys on the back side, and see what we can do. Maybe this way. So we'll set you guys up, see what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and install it. Hopefully I can get it in there pretty quick. Basically, we're gonna loosen the brackets on the tonneau cover. We're gonna go ahead and slide in the posts, get those brackets on. I'm hoping this all works out. Kind of excited, a little nervous. Let's get to it. Some more stickers. Probably shouldn't have cut right through them. Oh well. Thanks anyway, Victory 4x4. Lots of hardware. Looks like we're gonna need some Allens. And these should be the bedside brackets. Looks like a 1/2-inch socket, 3/16 Allen. Good to go. So I'll double check online real quick, but I'm presuming Victory 4x4 symbol on the outside. These guys, I would think that we want this as close as we can to the window. So if you see there's a little offset, I'm gonna put this side on the right, the other side's the offsets on the inside. It is important to note that the Victory 4x4 rack does not come with any instructions. I suggest that you have someone help you install the rack, as installing it is a little bit cumbersome and is much easier with 2 people. Figuring out which parts go where is not that difficult, and all the parts have some sort of marking on them which do help. I would recommend spreading out all the parts as I have done, so that you can easily identify which parts you need next. Once you have all the parts separated, you will find that the shorter bars are the ones utilized for going across the truck bed. Well, that was the case for my vehicle, as I purchased a universal 6-foot 5-inch mid-height bed rack. Now the term universal may not be as universal as implied, but you will see what I am talking about at the end of this video. However, I digress. The longer narrow bars are used to span the length of the truck, and you can choose how much separation you want between them. Last, you will have wider bars that are also used to run the length of the truck, but are for the size of the bed rack. These bars are used for mounting accessories such as roto packs, traction boards, high lift jacks, or whatever else you can really think of. As I installed the rack, I really started to appreciate the quality of the parts. The welds looked solid and uniform, the cuts of the metal were clean from burrs, and the coating was very even. At this point, I felt very satisfied with my purchase, even though I was having a little bit of trouble getting everything to stay up. Looking back at it, if you have the space, it may be easier to assemble everything on the floor with 2 people and lift it into place and then bolt it down. In my case, it would have been a lot easier if I just removed the gator tonneau cover to allow for the installation of the rack without these extra components in the way. Luckily, with a lot of assistance from my little helper, I was eventually able to get the vertical posts up and the crossbars bolted down to add some rigidity to the rack. As you can tell, I had to unbolt the gator cover to allow the upright bracket to fit in place. Once we did that, Isaiah and I were able to install the 2 longer bars that run parallel with the bed. These are the bars that will eventually support the center of the rooftop tent. However, seeing that I do not have my rooftop tent yet, I decided to simply space these bars in the middle of the bed. Although it is difficult to tell, there are about 3 locations for each bar to be mounted to along the width of the bed. I found this design rather useful, as I can see myself maybe ordering some additional bars to mount upside down to allow for some future accessories to be mounted between the racks and the gator cover. As you can see, being a mid-height rack, it does limit the amount of space that you have in between the bottom of the bed and the bottom of the rack. There's really only enough space to crawl in, which made it a little difficult to reinstall the gator cover, as I had to lay down and use my feet to support the bracket while I was bolting it down to the bed. However, once it was finally installed, it worked out pretty well. Once the rack was all bolted down and secured, Isaiah helped me clean out the tools and the trash. After checking to make sure that the tailgate would actually close, I was ready to unroll the gator cover and put it back into place. I will say, moving around the rack will take a little getting used to, but I can see myself adjusting the bars a few times until I get the final layout perfect. Well guys, here it is, the final result. Well, kind of. As you can see, the rack is not very level, and as it turns out, I was sent the incorrect front upright brackets. As you can see in this photo, the front brackets were only 10.5 inches tall. However, the rear brackets are about 12 3/4 inches tall. Needless to say, I was pretty upset, but luckily the guys at Victory 4x4 did send me the correct parts once I contacted them. To make matters a little worse, it did take them about 6 more weeks to get my new brackets. However, since they're made to order, I did my best to be patient. Luckily they came in, and as you can tell, they were the correct height. They did, however, take a lot of work to put in, as the ram bed appears to get a little wider as they get closer to the cab. This did cause the passenger side bracket to bend up a little bit. I have sent these photos over to Victory 4x4, so hopefully in the future they can address it. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy my rack. Well, thanks for watching, and remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you can get notified once my new videos get posted.